I think that Wagyu is something that is very special. It became associated with luxury. It became associated with restaurants that were really thinking about what they were buying. I guess if you have to ask me what is my favorite cut of meat to grill, I think it would be ribeye. I love it for the flavor. I love it for the tenderness. I love it for how well marbled it is, especially in the Wagyu breed, because as we all know, the Wagyu breed has much more marbling than some of the standard breeds that we're used to here in this country. Liz and I are gonna be grilling a porcini grilled ribeye. We're actually gonna use the tomahawk. This preparation of steak has been on our menu at the Osteria since day one. So I'm talking 12 years-ish that we've had it on our menu. When we were developing the menu and chose to use the ribeye as that cut for kind of that high-end steak, we kind of thought about how we wanted to season it and how we wanted to prepare it. And I know that what I wanted to do is that I wanted to add a rub to it, but a rub that more complemented the flavor of the Wagyu rather than a whole lot of spices that were flavorful but kind of camouflaged it more. So we came up with this rub, which is basically just dried porcini, a little bit of chili flake, some sugar, and salt and pepper. We just throw it in its various amounts into a spice grinder, grind it up, and we season the steak. First, I do tie up the eye of the steak just to help it hold its shape. So very, very simple. Just want to brush it with olive oil. And then here's my porcini rub already cut up. So the porcini-rubbed ribeye, that ribeye needs nothing but salt and pepper, let's be honest. However, if we want to make it a little bit more unique to our restaurants, we use this porcini rub. It's a simple rub, but I just think that earthiness, that umami flavor of that dried porcini really complements the beefiness of that ribeye in a way that it allows everything and all the flavor profile of the meat to come through. It complements without overpowering or overshadowing. So pretty liberally, as you can see, on both sides. You know, the other thing that works so well for us at the Osteria is being that the Osteria is not a steakhouse, meaning we're not offering all sorts of sauces to complement a steak as you would with, say, a béarnaise or a horseradish sauce or a bordelaise. We're just serving the steak on the plate with some fried potatoes. So that steak itself better be flavorful. Next day, my seasoned porcini, and you may think like, oh wow, I seasoned it heavily or aggressively with this porcini rub, ready to go on the grill. Because we like to serve really tasty food. And to make it really tasty, we got to re-season it and put it on the grill. I was always a meat eater. In fact, that was one of the few things I enjoyed growing up. My favorite restaurant was a coffee shop style restaurant where I could get a overcooked, dry hamburger. It was meat, not necessarily prepared the way I would eat it now. There we go. You know, some people think, build a hot fire, let those flames flame up, throw the steak on, walk away, come back. You can't. You also have to really kind of babysit it. You know, another key when cut of meat is this large, it has to be at room temp when you throw it on the grill. Now, with all of the education and the marketing behind Wagyu, it now almost sells itself, where customers, they understand it's gonna be pricier, but it's special. The other thing is that when people see it, they associate that with a better restaurant. Once you are starting with a great product, there isn't really that much you need to do. When they're of the highest quality, 95% of the work is done. All the chef needs to do is tweak just a little bit, and you've got a perfect dish. We pulled the meat off the grill, super well caramelized, not burnt in flavor, but charred in flavor and perfectly medium rare cooked. We rested it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Liz is gonna slice it up. I'm gonna finish it with a little bit of olive oil and finishing salt. Beautiful. You know, for me, I gotta say that the most enjoyable part of the whole eating of meat is getting that bone. And whenever that bone comes to the table, first thing I do is I grab that bone. I would suggest that you race me to it because I'm gonna probably beat you out on grabbing for it. What I love about a large format steak like this is you really don't need anything else on the plate. It's perfection as is.